Alright, people, it is time for some more connections, and as you can see, I have kept my streak intact all the way up to 38 days. We are on February 1st, 2026, and we are going to dive in and see what we can make happen today. I do believe I have my notepad already open. Yes, I do. Excellent. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so sharp and flat. I think it's surely got to be a red herring. Yeah, because I don't see any other obvious musical terms. I mean, like vaguely related things, like I guess pitch and bop, you could say are musical terms. Anyway, let's see. A heater is I think a slang for a firearm, maybe a banger as well. But banger, bop, and jam are also banger, bop, jam, and there's no other thing that could be like a slang term for like a song someone really likes. Don't really have that. Okay, let's see. Morgan. That's an odd one, right? What do we have? There's Morgan Stanley, there's JP Morgan, there's uh, Dexter Morgan, um Thorn. Mule could be like a Moscow mule. Gluten, hype, hyper. Some some thoughts are coming into my head. Well, actually, clog and flat are shoe related, right? And wedge, I think. Well, that's the only thing I can think of. Let's just start putting stuff in. Clog, flat, wedge. It's probably wrong, but let's just put it in for now. Boost, hype. Boost, hype, pitch. Hmm. Boost and hype made me feel like some. Oh, a boost, hype, plug and pitch. Boost, hype, plug and pitch. And then what's left? There's sharp, heater, flat, we think might be part of something else. Jam, glute. You could jam something in, you could wedge something in, you could clog something. Maybe, okay, so maybe this is wrong. Maybe jam, wedge, clog. But then there isn't really a fourth one. So you know what? Let's actually stick with our first instinct. And then let's put the rest of these in. So glute, plug, wedge is up there. Hype is in here. Bop. Thorn. Banger, Morgan, Mule. And so there should be 9 things in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now let's think about what any of these could be. Now, if we're right that this is like a shoe-related thing, then which of these could maybe join them? Maybe heater? But then what else could we? What else could we do? Let's see. Also, what would we have with glute? Actually, no, 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 no. I see it. I see it. I see it. These are musical instruments plus a letter. So harp, S, sharp is S plus harp, glute is G plus lute, thorn is T plus horn, morgan is M plus organ. So let's put those together. Sharp, glute, thorn, morgan. And let's take this out. And then jam, bop, banger. So maybe this is terms for like songs, but then but then but then the last one makes no sense, right? But I think this might be purple, so let's just put it in sharp glute thorn morgan because these wordplay ones sharp glute thorn morgan, these letter manipulation ones are often the ones that end up being purple. So that's why I was pretty confident calling that one early. And then in fact we can just take this off. And we're pretty confident in this. And we're maybe we're less confident about this. But also the wedge, jam, and clog. Maybe wedge, jam, clog, plug. But then what? Boost, hype, pitch, flat, mule, heater. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like I feel like there's some cultural reference or some obvious wheelhouse, some sphere of knowledge that I just do not have access to because boost, hype, plug, pitch. These are I'm pretty confident in this. It's just like promoting things. Clog, flat, wedge, I think is gonna be shoe related. And then jam, bop, banger. Surely it's not mule if this is what we're thinking. Maybe it is heater. So let's try clog, flat, wedge, heater. I don't know. Yeah. Clog, flat, wedge heater is wrong. And given that we're not gonna get perfect, let's just maybe confirm this then. Boost type plug pitch. Boost type plug pitch. And if this is wrong, then it'll give us some useful information. But no, it's obviously not wrong. It's obviously not wrong. And then this was one away. So we know three of them have to be in there. We also know so we tried with heater. So that means if jam, bop, banger are together, then heater must be with them. Is that the case? Let's try it. Man, what? Since when is heater a term? What? You know what? Whatever. I'm over it. I'm over it. Made a mistake. Yeah. See, the reason I was never gonna get this is because I know nothing about shoes. The only shoes I have are like one pair of running shoes, two pairs of running shoes, maybe two pairs of walking shoes, one pair of boots, one pair of sandals, and one pair of indoor slippers. For walking around in the bathroom. And I don't know shoe terminology. I also have never heard of heater in this context, so I was never gonna get this, no matter how much I thought about it. Because this knowledge had never entered my brain to begin with, I'm not gonna spontaneously generate information that I've never come across, unless I'm actively looking it up, but I consider that to be cheating. You can look it up after you're done with the puzzle, but not while you're doing it. At least those are the rules I impose on myself. Anyway, um, I'm not gonna look at a connections bot because I'm solving it pretty early in the day. It's only like 1 a.m. I was playing Jagged Alliance for like 3 hours, and it got away from me, and I was like, oh, it's past midnight, so let's do connections. But because it's only been like an hour into the day, they're not gonna have good stats. Whatever stats we see, it's gonna fluctuate throughout the day. So if you want to see accurate connections bot stats, I suggest, uh, well, by the time you watch this, it'll be 9 p.m. or past. And if you do connections yourself, then when you go to connections bot, you should be able to see it pretty. You know what? Okay, fine. You bullied me into doing it. Let's you you non-existent people, since I'm talking to myself right now, have peer pressured me. Yeah, see, this solve rate, it's only based on like a third of a million games, and the solve rate is going to go up over the rest of the day. And I guess, well, I'll show you the red herring that people fell for. Yeah, clog, jam, plug, wedge. I knew that this was going to happen. And looks like looks like other people also were flabbergasted about, like, we got jam, bop, and banger, and then the fourth one is heater. Like how does that make any sort of sense? Anyway, we're done. We did it. It's over. I guess, you know what? I haven't done the mini, so I might as well do the mini. Let's do the mini. Spot to shop. I don't know, man. I don't know. Squish to a pulp. Probably mash. Jekyll and Hyde. Performed in a play. Acted. Pounded sticky rice. I don't know. Um, oh, probably Anton Chekhov. Itty bitty, probably tiny. Oh, is it mochi? Is that it? Oh, it's probably Rhode Island. Okay, this is Oh, money makes the world go round. Of course. All right. Well, wasn't exactly a strong showing for the mini either, but there were too many things in here that I didn't get at first glance. Anyway, that's done. Man, why does it keep doing this? It keeps glitching out, and I have to. Man, are you serious, man? Why are you not showing me my? Because you saw that I had already done the puzzle. You saw that I had already done it. We all saw it. So let me just tap on it on my phone just to make sure it's refreshed there because there we go. There we go. Puzzle solved. Sunday, February 1st. And we can leave that there. I think I'm pretty happy with how it went. We're going to call it good. And I will see you next week, hopefully with another week added to the streak as we try to reach that streak of 100. But yes, that's going to be all for today. And until the next time, take care.